going on, everybody? It is your boy, your man's Toxic Gamer 331, back at it with another video. And today, I finally saw Death on the Nile in theaters. And today, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be doing something a little bit different that's kind of based off one of my YouTubers' ideas. Kind of. It's a little bit different. Sean Chandler talks about. Go check him out if you haven't already. He's very cool. And today we are going to see which one is better. Death on the Nile 2021 or Murder on the Orient Express 2017. I have not seen the old movies yet. But we're going to see which one is better. And we have, I believe, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 different categories. And what we'll be doing is each category, I'll say them as we go. Number 1 is Rotten Tomatoes score. So which one's better? Metacritic, twists and turns. That's my personal opinion. Same with character development. Audiences, how they like it. Beginning and end, my personal opinion. Pacing and setting. So those are both mine as well. But before we get into the which one's better, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, ring the bell for all notifications, and also feel free to comment and let me know in the comments which one you thought was better. Death on the Nile 2021 or Murder on the Orient Express 2017. But anyways, let's get into which one is better. So, for Rotten Tomatoes, for the first point, Death on the Nile has a score of 63%, and then Murder on the Orient Express has a score of 60%. So, the first point goes to Death on the Nile. So, 1-0. Next up, we have Metacritic, who I think is known to be a little more rougher than Rotten Tomatoes, to say the least. And Murder on the Orient Express scored 52% on Metacritic, and Death on the Nile also scored 52% on Metacritic. So what we will be doing is, it is a tie. So it is, since it's a tie, both of them get half a point. So Death on the Nile is still in the lead with 1.5, but Murder on the Orient Express is catching up by a half point. Next up is my personal opinion, with the subject twists and turns. Now, let's start off with Murder on the Orient Express. This movie had a lot of twists and turns, like, the train, where Poirot is questioning a whole lot of people, where it does twists and turns, like, oh, I saw this person there. Oh, I saw this person there. And, like, oh, wait, my scarf's missing. Hold up. And, like, the killer's trying to mess with Poirot, like, bringing stuff into the sub-person's cabin. And, yeah, it does a real good job at that. But I do believe that Death on the Nile did lots more twists and turns, because the other one, you kind of can, like, see what's going on, basically, but this one had a whole entire lot more twists and turns, like, especially, like, there's one scene, basically, that the murder doesn't happen, where basically a random rock just falls and almost hits a person, and, well, it hits 2 people, and they almost die. Well, they don't die. Spoiler alert, sorry. And, yeah, that's not the actual murder. I'm not spoiling who gets murdered or who's the murderer or anything. A random rock just falls or something. And, yeah. So, and also, there's lots of twists and turns in this one. And in this one, let's just say, there's a higher body count than the first one, like on the train. So I'll leave you at that piece of cake. But anyways, for who gets the point, Death on the Nile, I believe, gets the point. And now Death on the Nile is 2.5 up, and Murder on the Orient Express is still second place. Alright, next one is character development. Now, both these movies, how do I say this? They bring an interesting cast in, they both have very good casts, and in each one, they try their best to make you care about the character. And I feel as if that Murder on the Orient Express did the caring about the characters a little bit more than Death on the Nile. Because, like, in Death on the Nile, more of the people in there are just, like, spoiled rich brats, basically. Or just don't want to be there for a wedding, basically, and you don't really care about them that much, like, except for some characters, like, there's some new characters that you actually care about, but most of them you kind of, like, hate, and then you also, of course, care about the characters that are in the last movie from this. But I feel like Murder on the Orient Express did that a whole lot better, especially how, the twist at the end was, because you don't want anybody to go to jail, whoever is the killer. So basically, because you heard that the bad guy is a very bad man who murdered a person, basically, and the person that killed the murderer basically just wanted to get revenge. So, yeah, I'm not spoiling you, but yeah, I feel like that Murder on the Orient Express definitely does that better. So, in the lead, we have Death on the Nile with 2.5, and then Murder on the Orient Express is slightly behind with 1.5 points. Audience's reactions. So, I believe this is a little bit unfair, but I'm still counting it. So, Murder on the Orient Express had 85% like it, and then Death on the Nile had 84% liked it. And I think why, it's still pretty decent, though, but I think that, like, not a whole lot of people came out to see this one, so it's, like, a little bit of a misadvantage, but, it's not a big disadvantage. So, yeah, audience's point goes to Murder on the Orient Express, and we have a tie now, 2.5 each. Next up, we have beginning and end. So, like, for this one, it's based off my opinion as well. So Murder on the Orient Express, I felt it was, the beginning was okay. It wasn't necessarily that well done to me. It was okay, and then, the ending was very well done, I think, and then, so yeah, there's that, and, yeah, I thought it was a strong way to end the film. Then, for, Death on the Nile, the beginning is amazing. It goes back to the days when Poirot is in the World War One, basically, and follows that, why he wears the mustache, basically, and, yeah, there's that, which I thought was very well done, but I feel as if the ending kind of left you on a very sad note, but, not spoiling way too much, I'm just giving my personal opinion, and I think Murder on the Orient Express deserves this point. So, Murder on the Orient Express takes the lead with 3.5 points. pacing is our next subject. Now, both the movies, I believe, are not that very well paced, but I think Murder on the Orient Express does do the pacing a little bit better, because, in Death on the Nile, it feels a little bit weird, because, as soon as, the Poirot gets done questioning somebody or is questioning somebody, he moves on to the next person who interrupts or decides to do that. And this one, basically what it does is divides it into 3 different times where he asks people at not really the exact same time. Well, technically it is, but it's at different times, and then they add them together right back to back to back, which I thought was very well done. And then for our last subject is, the last category, is setting. And I feel as if there was a murder, which one would be more scary to die on? It would definitely be on a boat instead of a train. So Death on the Nile gets another point. But the train thing is still very scary, because Death on the Nile is a little bit less silenter, if you get me. The boat is a little bit less silent, so not that many people can hear. And then the train, you're literally like next door neighbors. But, well, how do I say this? Alright. So basically, this is your room, right? And then suddenly, you have a neighbor right next to you, and you're right together, basically. And then, when you're, neighbors, and how do I say this? A hotel has them apart. The train has them gathered a little bit closer than a hotel, if you get me. And that one is a little bit scarier, and the setting is a little bit more tenser for our characters. So, the winner of who is better is Murder on the Orient Express with, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 points, folks. So let me know your personal opinions down below. If you'd like to see me do this again with, a movie series that only has 2 movies. And then, yeah. So, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, ring the bell for all notifications, and also feel free to comment. And anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one, everybody. Peace.